Being bored is when you really notice some of the small beauties in life.
Yep, so water, for instance, it comes out, the faucet is a liquid. If you freeze it, it becomes solid.
I'm sending my husband reels while he's literally trying to conduct a work meeting, and here I am.
So freezing is when liquid changes to solid. Melting is when solid turns to liquid.
There's definitely going to be days where you just have to let the Lord handle your spouse.
So important that we be intentional in not just motherhood, but in our marriage as well.
Or you just be like, Lord, this is your child. You have at it.
I was a first-time mom. I didn't have it all figured out, you guys. I was in the trenches. Why does my baby girl need pockets? I don't know. To keep her little snacks in there, maybe, but it's so stinking cute.
So I said all of that to say, be bored.
Today is a pretty calm and quiet day. Right now I'm the only one up. The kids haven't gotten up yet. My husband just left out to get, I think, coffee or tea, and it's super quiet here. It is so quiet. I almost don't know what to do myself. Of course, we're going to be doing some homeschool today. It's just so interesting because living up north where you go through all of the seasons and all of the leaves fall off the trees, everything just withers away, and it's so cold that everybody stays inside of their home. It's super quiet. It's truly a season of rest, and if you can't figure out how to, you can really utilize that season of rest. It's like it forces you almost to rest. And having also lived in Florida, or currently now part-time being a Florida resident, so down south is different, especially living in a tourist city where all year long you hear people outside like tending to their yards. All year long you're going to see people outside because the weather is so beautiful that people want to go out. I look out the window here and I don't see anybody unless they're running out to get their meal and running back in. And as soon as I wake up when we are down south, it's somebody outside, either cannonballing in a pool or on a golf cart, just walking around. Even I like to go out every single day and take daily walks. Here today we have 67 degrees, so I think I'm gonna go out and try to enjoy some of this weather. But right now I'm gonna first try to enjoy my tea. I'm going to read my book, and I'm gonna try to do my nails because they look pretty bad. So I'll show you guys how I do that, and I'm gonna just try my best because I don't know what time baby girl is going to wake up my daughter. If you're new here, I have a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old. My 6-year-old is going to be 7 in 2 weeks, which is really cool, but also just bittersweet. My first baby, it's so hard. Nobody warned me for this. But he's amazing. We love him so much. But I'm happy that you are here with me today. You guys, I did a poll on YouTube. We're gonna test this theory out. The question was, what type of content do you enjoy most on YouTube? If this is your first time hearing this question, I would love for you to comment below and give me your feedback. I've been doing like sit down series, and then I've been doing like cleaning videos. I've been doing like slow resets, and I kind of gotten away from vlogging as much as I did when I first started this channel, even though that was definitely my first love. But you know, I was like, nobody cares. Nobody wants to see you just walking around, just doing stuff, living your life. You know, everybody wants something helpful. But what I forgot is that the reason I started my YouTube channel was because when I used to see those vlogs, they were extremely helpful for me as a first-time mom. They would really honestly get me through the day sometimes. It was almost to the point where I had to pray because I felt like I was almost like idolizing some of my favorite YouTubers, because on a very difficult day for myself, I would just turn on those vlogs and it would just get me through. And then even before we became part of Florida residents, during like a very gloomy like winter day where I wanted to be in Florida, I would turn on my favorite Florida vloggers or Disney vloggers, and I don't know, it just would kind of just lift up my spirits. And so Based on the poll results, at least 50% of those who voted for lifestyle vlogs. I'm gonna test out that theory, and I hope that this channel can be a motivation for you guys and inspiration no matter what type of content that I post. That's always my goal. But hopefully, when I begin doing more lifestyle vlogs, it too can be I don't know if you guys can hear that. The neighbor had some car trouble, so there's like a vehicle, whatever. Anywho, so yeah, I hope that this can just be like relatable and just a way for you to see that there are other people in your season of life as well. There are other people who, if maybe you're not currently in the same season, at one point you were in the same season, and just to see someone else in the same walk of life as you, or someone who was there with you and they got through a difficult season, it can be very motivational. um, and I know that I really do have a love for that. So hopefully I can continue to reach more people and really truly inspire and motivate people in that way. I feel like already this intro is very long-winded. And typically when I do these vlogs, I feel like I need to be super duper productive to be helpful. But I'm learning that that is not always the case. I've been truly loving turning on like sit down vlogs in the shower. I just turned it on, light a candle. There's a bright window behind me, and it is truly relaxing in a very busy day, which is interesting, you guys. So in Florida, I find myself really loving slow walks, just sitting in nature, watching waterfall, sitting next to a waterfall, reading a book, sitting poolside, reading a book. I really have been enjoying my tea time, my quiet time. I have been enjoying just slow podcasts. And then here in Michigan, where you have these naturally slow seasons, I kind of want to do something. Like, I want to see a very fun and exciting like vlog, and I want to hear a little bit more of an upbeat type of music when I'm cleaning. And I it's so weird, right? So it's like the grass is always greener on the other side, I guess. But no, let me know if you can resonate with this. Like, let me know your favorite type of vlogs, but also in a very slow season, what's some of your favorite things to do, your favorite hobbies? And then in a not so slow season, or maybe in the middle of the summer, what do you enjoy doing? I like to garden so much. We can only do it here and in the summertime. But yeah, let me know what it is that you guys love to do. But nevertheless, I still have my tea no matter where I am at. I actually have the same exact tea kettle here that I have in Florida, my Chefman kettle. It's like $19 and it is a true trooper. I love it. And then I just have some vanilla tea. It tastes like it's vanilla and caramel, and it really does taste so smooth and amazing. So that's what I'm gonna drink today. I'm gonna read and I'm gonna do my nails. By the way, this is the book I'm reading. It's called $1 Million Weekend. My husband just gifted me this book yesterday, and I'm already a little more than halfway through it because I really love reading. And so basically, it just gives you some tools, some more knowledge and resources to like launch a business in a weekend. Now, I already have a business and it's been established for a few years now, but I've been trying to pivot, but I'm also getting ready to launch a brand new product. If you didn't know that I have a business, which I did take a small break from before I realized like it is another one of just those things that I just love, it's hearthandhomeheritage.com. My husband is currently working on building me a brand new website. I'm really excited. He won't even let me get a sneak peek, but I would love for you guys to check it out. Everything is just natural, clean, organic skincare. I also have some hair care stuff. Like, I actually used to do hair. I went to cosmetology school. You guys, I got a paralegal degree, a cosmetology license. I got all the things. But yeah, now I'm reading this to kind of just give the product that I'm getting ready to launch a nice, good start. It's a really good book by Noah Kagan. So reading this book, I love finishing a book. Especially I used to like just dibble and dabble in a few different books, but now I like to read one book all the way through before I start a new one. I've been here for 2 weeks now, and I finished two books that I started in Florida, and then I read one book completely through one morning and I couldn't sleep, and then I went back to sleep, and then I started this book yesterday. It's only like 200 pages.
and I think I have like maybe 80 more to go. So I'm gonna read that while my nails are curing inside of like the UV lamp. And I'm just gonna do a poly gel nail thingy majiggy, I think. I don't know what you call it, but you guys will see it when I'm done because I can't find the thing that I can sit my camera on. It's upstairs in the room with my daughter, and I just can't risk it. If I wake her up, these nails are not getting done, so I'm gonna have to show you guys the finished product when I am done. Talk a little bit about solids versus liquids. Say solids keep their shape. Solids keep their shape. Water can be liquid or solid. Yep. So water, can, for instance, it comes out. The faucet is a liquid. But if you freeze it becomes solid. Melting is when a solid turns into a liquid. It happens when it's very warm. So freezing is when liquid changes to solid. Melting is when solid turns to liquid. So circle things over here that's gonna freeze. That will freeze. Again, freezing is when a liquid can turn into a solid when it's very cold. And then over here, circle things that can melt. Things that can turn into a liquid when it gets hot. You want me down? Alright, here we go. It's 4 p.m. What was 30 minutes ago? How many minutes are in an hour?
60.
What is half of that?
About 30.
30. So what is a half hour?
30.
30 what? 30 minutes is a half hour, correct?
Good.
So it's 4 o'clock. What time was it 30 minutes ago? So we got some school done today, and the kids actually woke up when I began doing my nails. Like I hadn't even gotten one nail done before the kids got up, so I just ended up putting them at the table and feeding them because that always gives me some time as well. So if you are a mom and sometimes you are wondering when you can squeeze in those little breaks, one thing I like to do sometimes is utilize mealtime, specifically like breakfast and lunch. Dinner time we all do together, but with breakfast and lunch I can typically put the kids together and put them at the table, and they'll be occupied for some time while I can get some things done. So that's what I did. They turned out pretty nice. I'm satisfied with how they turned out. It's very simple, just like a light pink color, very basic. I'm gonna take some time to put her down for her nap. She's ready for her bedtime. My husband has a work meeting downstairs, so I'm pretty much keeping the kids upstairs because he's working on the main level in our like front room while we are renovating our basement currently. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep the kids quiet. So I'm gonna do that, put her down for her nap, read a bit more, and she's on the move. I don't know where she's going, but at least I was able to get my nails done. It's actually my anniversary today too. So my husband surprised me with a bouquet of flowers, which is nice. So it's not our wedding anniversary. It's like the day that we began dating, like became boyfriend and girlfriend. So we started dating March 30th, 2011, 15 years ago. And I always think he's just going to forget it because like it's not our actual wedding anniversary. Our wedding anniversary is July 10th. We will be married 10 years this year. Almost like we have two anniversaries. So got some beautiful roses that really made me happy and all giddy. So yeah, let me get baby girl down for her nap.
I love this part of the day. It's raining outside. So nice and just peaceful. Um, I don't know. It's just relaxing because the baby is down for her nap. My son is in his room playing with toys. I would love to say that this is quiet time because it's supposed to be, but he does not play with his toys quietly all the time. And honestly, right now he's not. So I've got to get some work done here on my laptop before I have to wake my daughter up so that she doesn't sleep the entire day. It's also before my son wakes her up. My husband went to the store after his meeting. I think he's planning to prepare like a big dinner for our anniversary, which he's so sweet. It's really truly a blessing. I never would have thought that my high school sweetheart, we would be where we are today 15 years later. So I'm truly, truly grateful. And so I'm going to make sure that I, voice that to him, tell that to him today because it's so important that we be intentional in not just motherhood, but in our marriage as well. Take care of our marriage. Doesn't mean that everything is always going to be perfect because it's just simply not. Things are not going to be perfect all the time. There's definitely going to be days where you just have to let the Lord handle your spouse. Or you just be like, Lord, this is your child and I've had it up to here with them. You have at it. But for the majority of the time, I really like my spouse. And my sister asked me that. It's such an odd question. She was like, do you actually like him? And it's like, yeah, I'm not. Like, then it made me think, some people are in a marriage because they feel they have a responsibility to maintain their marriage, which is true for, Christian marriages. You can't just be like, oh, I'm bored and I want out, or, oh, well, he's not meeting XYZ need for me, so I want out. If your husband is faithful and he's not abusive, technically, you take your problems to the Lord and you trust in him to work it out, and that's it. And so a lot of people are living that reality, and it's a sad reality that I never thought so deeply about because yes, my husband and I, we disagree. Honestly, my husband and I are literally like two different ends of the spectrum. We cannot agree on much of anything except for when it comes to our kids. But everything else, it is really insane how completely different we are. I'll be like, oh, I love this color. He'd be like, oh, absolutely not. I hate that color. Like, I wanted white cabinets. He wanted navy blue. And it's like how we are with everything. I'll be like, oh, can we try this out? And he'd be like, no, I really don't want to do that. Like, it's just, it's really nice when we can kind of just agree to disagree. And that is how it goes over the course of the past 15 years. We have learned to agree to disagree because we found that it is just a part of us, that natural, most humans are not going to agree on everything, but for us it is quite particularly true a very more often than it's not. And having learned that about ourselves, we expect it now, and sometimes we laugh about it, and it's kind of cute, honestly, in a way, except in the moment it's frustrating because it's like, here we go again. But deeply and honestly, when you think about it, I really like that guy. I really do. And his actions tell that I think he likes me too. I have to get some work done. Another really deep thing, because the thing about these vlogs are, again, I'm going to try my best to be productive as much as I can, but as a minimal and a slow living family, there's not a ton that's always going on around here. I have, as you can see, like a trash bag hanging up here on the door. Our trash bin is broken inside our cabinet, so we need to put the tracks back on it. There are no dishes in my sink. I've been loading the dishwasher as I go throughout the day, and I've been really, really doing well with my nighttime, evening close downs, making sure that I get those dishes in every single night. It's been going very, very great for me. And yeah, it's not a lot going on. I did my nails. I read. We had such an amazing homeschool day, you guys. I thank the Lord for that. I prayed about that this morning,
And we had such an amazing homeschool day. We kicked out some math, some language arts, some health, and some safety. We did a little bit of science where we were talking about the difference between solids and liquid, freezing and melting, where we did like such a basic, simple, like things can be so simple. Like we made freeze pops. We took like my daughter's old little silicone molds that she had from when she was a baby, where we used to like freeze fruit for her, and where I used to freeze like fruits and vegetables, purees, all that good stuff to save for later. And obviously she's eating salads now. She's a year old, almost 2. And so we used it and we poured juice in it and we made freeze pops. And we talked about how liquid, when it is really cold and it becomes a solid, we call that freezing. And when solids, turn into liquid because it's really warm, we call it melting. And we made freeze pops out of it. And it's just something super basic. Put my daughter down for a nap and read a little bit and really spent some time with her. We only have a couple more months of breastfeeding left. We've been doing this for 21 months. She has never taken like milk in a bottle. Never. I tried it. She hated it. My son at least tolerated it when he was a baby. She hated it. I didn't understand. I think I went to a mom's night out where the drive itself was about 45 minutes away and hung out there for about 2.5 hours, 45 minutes back. I think that was the longest I ever stayed away from my daughter while we've been breastfeeding, in which I did leave milk in the freezer, but I remember becoming engorged. I remember my husband saying like, she is not having it with this milk, but she was at the age where she was able to take like purees, so he was able to give her like applesauce or mushed bananas. She wasn't starving or anything like that. But the sweetest thing happened when I was feeding her today, putting her down for her nap. I was on my phone sending my husband reels while he's literally trying to conduct a work meeting, and here I am. I just happened to look over and just see these big beautiful eyes just staring at me forever, just staring at me, and it was the sweetest thing ever. And so I put my phone down and I just stared back at her until she fell asleep. And again, she's almost 2 years old now. She's 21 months old. And if you don't notice these moments, you will miss them. And they are only this age, so small for so long, and then they're running right past you. Those small moments of her just staring and gazing at me until she falls asleep, just like the newborn days. You can still just see her little eyes getting weary and tired, but the entire time she just keeps her focus and her gaze on me. And so she just closes her eyes, and it's so sweet. I hold her a little while, then I go and lay her down, and it's the most precious way for a baby to fall asleep in their mother's arm with a gaze, connecting eye contact with each other, and to fall asleep. It's the sweetest, most precious thing. And I know that a lot of people are against that. A lot of people really would prefer sleep training, and I get it. It's easier on your shoulders, your back, it's easier on your arms, it's easier with your time, but I'm a stay-at-home mom and I get to work from home. I create content. I don't necessarily have to rush. I just don't. And I had that time. I was literally scrolling my phone. So sure, maybe I can save myself 10 or 15 minutes if I lay her down and let her cry it out, or let her fall asleep, or teach her to self-soothe or sleep train. But to be honest, I can't think of anything else that I would rather have been doing in that time frame. Me scrolling my phone was literally a distraction out of, I guess, boredom. Being bored is when you really notice some of the small beauties in life. So I said all of that to say, be bored. Embrace boredom, especially in motherhood. I talk a lot on this channel about like slow living and just slowing down and being intentional. And so one of the ways that we can do that is to really just savor every moment, put our phones down and notice small things like your baby looking up at you. You guys just see this grow. It is huge. I didn't know what it was because it's like black and then the tail was like brown and it's as big as a beaver or a groundhog. We got some fat squirrels around here in Michigan. It's like they're huge, but it was so distracting. It looked like a little monster out there. So yeah, anywho, I'm gonna work on editing this here video. I have some spring decor to get up for you guys, so I'm gonna go do that now. Last night was such an oddly long night. I don't know how or why, but it was such a long night, but in a good way. My husband was originally going to cook dinner, but again, I told you guys he wasn't feeling well, so I told him he didn't have to do that. I was happy to cook, but it being our anniversary, I guess he just wanted to do something really, really sweet. And we had a long talk yesterday, and he was just talking about how he just felt it's so important that we just don't take like even the smaller anniversary that we have, like when we started dating, the day we first said I love you, just little things that we just don't take it for granted. And we had a nice talk. So he went and got dinner and brought it home, so he didn't cook, but I thought that I would be able to like work out and everything after I put my daughter down for her nap. I thought I'd be able to get in a workout because that's typically what I do. But what happened actually instead is that my husband came back to dinner and we ate immediately. So I literally showered and then ate, and then after sitting there for about 2.5 hours, sorry if you guys hear like the water draining. We have a filtration system and it's a little bit noisy sometimes, but I ended up working out super duper late. It was like 11:30 at night after we laid the kids to bed and everything. We had dinner and everything, and I went to go work out and then showered again, and I had such a really, really good workout. Maybe one day I'll do a video for that. Normally I work out like in the dark with a very dim light with like a podcast or some music, and I'm normally wearing like workout clothes, which it's either like kind of tight or very skimpy, I guess. Like I'll just be wearing like a sports bra or something and like some shorts because I get hot, and so yeah, I don't film it because of that reason. Maybe one day I'll put on something more appropriate and just show you guys what my little stay-at-home mom workout looks like. Yesterday we was watching American Ninja Warrior, and then we had a glass of wine and we went to sleep. That was pretty much our anniversary. And today got up, did a lot of cleaning, and then fed the kids, did homeschool. My daughter is also not feeling well today because my husband, she loves to be up under him, so naturally she's not feeling well. Hopefully me and my son stays healthy, especially with Easter coming up and then his birthday being a week after, and we're gonna have like a little get together here at the house. So we have a new, I think it's Kasori air fryer that I wanted to unbox and open. Never tried it before. Maybe I'll try it later or tomorrow. But this is the brand of it. My husband found this one, so hopefully it's pretty good. And I am prepping a little bit of dinner for the kids to eat. My husband just went out to a Piston game. I think it's the Pistons and the Raptors are playing today. He's gonna take me and the kids. He had 4 tickets, but my daughter is not feeling well, and we had like a bit of a later start with homeschool today, and then tomorrow my husband wants to go see the Mario movie that's coming out. So I just decided to, stay home with my daughter since she's just not up for it, and my husband could really use some kid free time, he said, which I get it. So he took some of his friends with the extra 3 tickets, and me and the kids stayed back. And depending on how my daughter is feeling tomorrow, maybe we'll go see the Mario movie. And if she's still not great, then just my husband and son are gonna go see that movie tomorrow. So yeah, a bit of a busy day. We're just trying our best to see, all our friends and family while we are in town, as well as do home maintenance. We're renovating the basement. The basement is where our home gym is, my husband's office, and the laundry room. So we're currently renovating all of that. Basically like home maintenance, but the basement renovation really is a renovation, like taking down walls, ceilings, different things like that. We did replace the floors, repaint it, things like that when we moved in, but we've never done a full renovation. I don't think we've done any renovation projects here. We've done resurfacing, repainting, putting down new floors, but we've never tore anything down and just redid it, which is just one of the fun things that comes with being a homeowner. So doing what we can. We're going to be here for a while before we go back to Florida. We just try to keep everything nice and tidy and do our best so that once we're away, and then our home maintenance person, basically the person that comes maintains our home when we're away, they will have smooth selling, easy job, and upkeep and things like that. I think this food is done. I finished early because my husband, he still wanted to prepare the steaks that he was gonna make yesterday, but with the last minute finding out that he was gonna go to the basketball game, he couldn't do that. So I made a really quick dinner because this isn't what we were gonna have. We were gonna have steak and potatoes, but steak and potatoes is gonna wait till tomorrow now, I assume. And then just made some pasta because it's just me and the kids. And the basketball game that they're going to, it's inside of I forget what you call it, but a box, I forget what you call it, where you get your own little seating area. And then up there they also have lots of different foods, appetizers, desserts. Really cool, all included with that experience. So he's gonna eat a ton while he's out. So me and the kids are gonna work on this. I did get some cleaning and tidying done. I let the robot vacuum do some for me as well. It wasn't too much to do. I try to keep the sink nice and clear, keep the dishwasher loaded through the day and things like that. So I don't have a lot to do. It's really rainy today, but I wanted to show you guys because I accidentally got the kids 2 Easter baskets, because the Easter basket that I had originally got the kids in Florida, I got before I knew we were going to be spending Easter in Michigan. So then I packed everything up one day before our flight, and I put it in the mail to be sent out here so that it could be shipped here. But because I have all of our mail being forwarded to our Florida address, it was literally a mix-up. At one point I saw that it was in Indiana, which is just 4 hours out from Michigan, and then it ended up back in Florida, the Florida post office, which made 0 sense. And then it occurred to me that they were forwarding it, they got confused, I guess, and it shipped from Florida to Indiana and then back to Florida, and I think that it was going to go back to our Florida apartment. So then I contacted them and asked them not to forward it, please, and to ship it to the original destination in Michigan. And luckily we've been here for 2 weeks. It just arrived today, and I'm just grateful. But I panicked because I was for sure that it was going to be going to Florida, and I literally got the kids some small little quick last minute baskets. I'll show you guys, got a whole new basket. So maybe I'll show you guys kind of what's in here really quick. So here's another basket. I'm trying to get, it's super dark in here. It's raining outside, so there's that. But here we go. This is literally the cutest little bingo Easter egg stuffy. It's little bunny ears. So this is inside of my daughter's basket, as well as a bingo bluey cup. And then this one I thought was super cute. I don't know what the batteries are for. I'm assuming it makes music, but you kind of just press those in Oh, and then you pop it back out. But yeah, I don't know what the sound is, but it has like little buttons. So it does make sounds. We'll have to put some batteries in it, I guess. But this is just something super, I don't know, to keep her busy, I guess. But super cute. Little bunny ears. It was like $5. I think this one was also just like $5. And then this one needs to, does it need batteries? It's cute. This is super cute. I think she's gonna have fun with this. It just like spins around, little bunny head, bunny Easter egg, lights up, spins around. Got her this, just little basic little things, I guess. And then this is a bubble machine, little bunny bubble machine. And so yeah, you load the bubbles in there and you just turn it on and the bubbles come out. So that's what's inside of her basket, and I wanted to try and find her a couple more things, but the basket was getting too full. And again, they were gonna return back to Florida to more Easter goodies. So I didn't wanna just go overboard. This was just like quick little, I think everything in here except for like this was like $5 a piece. The basket was even like $1.25. So I got her that, and then Son's I don't think was complete. Maybe it was, I don't know. But for my son, I found this little brick building set. It was also maybe like $5, and it's just super, super cute. It's like a little Easter bunny with some flowers inside of a basket, and you just a little something to build, a little peep. It has 104 pieces, so something to keep him a little busy for that day. And then I got him this 3-piece. He loves Pokemon, so Pokemon chalk for outside because we're gonna be here for some time, and if we get some nice weather, it's been either cold or when it's not been cold, it's been rainy. But got some chalk that he could use while we are here. We can't use chalk at our apartment, but here he can use his chalk. And then we got the Easter egg coloring kit, which comes with 32 stickers, 4 egg stands, 6 different color tablets, and 1 egg dipper. And I think I need to just get, I don't think we have any plastic cups. I have to see if we have any around here. Then if not, I need to get some plastic cups to go with that. And then he also has one of these too. That I found this in the garage that I saved because we had so many of them. So basically a little cute little Easter egg decorating scene type thing. So he's got like Jesus on there, lots of little stickers and things. This is the one he made last year, and then I think this is the one I made for my daughter. He lives super cute, right? So I'll let him do this again because he still has so many of them in here. And then, you know, you just put the stickers on there again. It comes with a ton of them, and I remember letting him also put some of these stickers on like the Easter eggs that he decorated, colored, like the Easter eggs he colored. So this I think I got from Amazon last year. I'm gonna try to find it. It's super cute, and I'll link it because it was very inexpensive, and it comes with so many. Like I said, I pulled this out. We still have it. It was in there with my Easter decorations because I thought about decorating here, and then I was like, no, not very productive to decorate for, I don't know, a week. So I didn't want to give myself extra work for no reason. I had got these emergency baskets and a couple snacks. My son loves doing his egg hunts, so I ordered these ones here. I think it's just 12. You know, we're not trying to be out there forever. So 12 eggs, and they're small. And then these bigger ones might have like a toy or money in there, like $1, $2. I found these little cheese balls. My daughter would love those. And then my son would love these little candy. I'm gonna regret it for sure. But these are like the little candy dippers that you dip in the sugar. And then I got my son the Pringles, while my daughter has the cheese puffs. And then I've literally been eating this, you guys, but this has like Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Roll Pops, Fruit Chews, and Dots. And this is the candy that we're gonna put inside of their eggs. You can't put these in there because they're so big. So I've literally been snacking on these. 2 unnecessary baskets and terrible candy. I feel awful that now I feel like they just have access. I never want to just go overboard, but I thought I was being like simple and basic with these smaller baskets, and it turned out that this is what happened. If I see any children before that, maybe we'll gift them. I wish I had more productivity for you guys, but things are just slow slow over here.
And I think that that is kind of partly why I've always craved like being part Florida resident, because slow is really really great, and we even do slow living back in Florida, but there's still always that opportunity for us to get up and get out, enjoy the weather all year long, and um, go to the theme parks, which we just love to do, and try new experiences. Like we go to resorts we've never been to. And there's just not many resorts in Michigan that you can just be like, let's go try out this resort. Let's go try this new theme park or this new attraction. And while we love our family here in Michigan and our home, it's just not the same. So slow living in Michigan is completely different from slow living in Florida, where here it almost feels inevitable, and in Florida it's like you can do it and still also get out and enjoy the scene a little bit. So yeah, here is just, what do I want to call this? A rainy day vlog. My robot vacuum couldn't get up the ledge to return to its dock, so it's just hanging out over there. This is our family room. I washed some clothes. I ordered a little dress for baby girl, 2 of them. I'll show you guys that, I guess. And yeah, it's rainy. And my neighbor, she has replaced her privacy trees 3 times since we've been here. She put those down literally before we moved in. She wanted to put the privacy trees up, so we put some on the other end, and ours are growing and thriving, and hers die every single year, which is so sad. Yeah, I got for little girl, this dress was literally $3. It's not really great. Like, it's soft, very soft, but it's definitely not like, it's not super great quality. But for a 1 day event, Easter, which is just 1 day, should be cute. I have no idea what the weather is going to be like on Easter, so is she going to be able to wear this to church? I'm not sure, but it's long enough to wear with tights. She'll be fine with the little jacket, just from the car into the church. Will she be hanging out in the nursery center anyway? I love that our church has childcare. I've seen so many videos with people saying they go to church and they spend the entire service out in the lobby with their kids, and it is such a blessing that our church here and the church that we found in Florida both have child care. The church that we got married at, we loved the people there, amazing people there. But after I had my son, I was a first-time mom. I didn't have it all figured out, you guys. I was in the trenches, and I would go to church and feel like I didn't know what to do. I was spending service inside the nursing room, which is just a quiet, empty room where you can go feed your baby or lull them or quiet them and calm them. So I'm grateful that they had that. But from there, you can't hear or see anything that's going on in service, and I would be returning at the end of service when it's practically over. And when I would go, if my baby would start crying, I would feel like everybody was staring at me. Sometimes I just stayed in the back of the church, like still in the sanctuary, but in the back, and just walk back and forth patting my baby. And I feel like the older people in the church would be looking at me like, oh, poor baby. And I even would get comments from people where they would be like, oh my God, you're still breastfeeding? And my baby would be like 6 months, and yeah, it was big, hefty, but they would be like, you're still breastfeeding that baby? Because they were like, oh. They were older, and 7 years ago, I just feel like breastfeeding, homeschool, everything 7 years ago was completely different than it is now. Things just evolve and change over time. But you know, our baby boomers, and even my mother-in-law, she's coming around to it. She has strong opinions, but I absolutely love her, you guys. She always tells us how well we're doing with homeschool, even though she used to be like, how long are you planning to homeschool, and don't you, is that legal? But things change. And so when we relocated and we bought our home, we prayed to find a church, and the church that we found have a mom community, like a little mom group. That has been such a blessing in my life, to be able to just have moms to connect with, even during our mom meetings that we would have every other week. And then the in between weeks we would have a play date, and then once a month we would have mom's night out where just the moms hang out. It was such a blessing, because like I didn't have to search for it. I didn't have to do a lot, just attend the church and then attend the meetings and the groups, and you kind of just bond with people in a similar walk of life with you. They have summer camp, and
every Sunday, you walk in there, you drop your kids off in their age group nursery. Everyone, it's safe. Everybody I kind of know because going to the mom groups, I know the moms that's working in the rooms personally, so I feel really happy about my kid being in there because I know the people that's in there. It's just a blessing. So if you are attending like a church that doesn't have that, I understand. I have definitely been there before. Finding one that had that nursery became just a non negotiable for me. So when we went to Florida, we made sure we found the church that had that. I'm a little bit still trying to get used to it because we've only been there for a shorter period of time. And sometimes the people working in there switches out so often. And with it being a tourist area, like me, some of the people that's there, they're like snowbirds or they're popping in and popping out. And so the people who your kids are around can just change. And I don't think they have like those mom groups, but there's one more church that I want to try. Anywho, it has a nursery. And so far the kids are doing okay in there. We just got to continue to fill it out. But we like the church thus far. So there's my rant all over an Easter dress. That's why. That's why I feel like nobody wants to see vlogs because it's like, I don't know. I feel bad. Just like, who cares about you and your life? But maybe it can be helpful, motivational in some type of way for you guys. Relatable, if nothing else. So this dress is beautiful. It was on sale for $3. I got her in this cream color. I got it in a red. And you guys, I have a dress that looks just like this. I had to get it for her, but it has pockets. Why does my baby girl need pockets? I don't know. To keep her little snacks in there, maybe, but it's so stinking cute and pretty. She needed something to have here during this cool weather, so I got her these. I got her this one in red and a couple other little things. Guys, I'm going to feed my children. I have to wake my daughter up or she'll nap the whole entire day and wake up and want to party at night. And I can't have that. So I'm going to wake her up so that I can feed the children. And then once my food digests a little bit earlier today, I can get in a good workout. And my phone is dead, so I should charge that because soon my husband's going to be telling me that he has made it. So yeah, I should probably wrap things up here, but listen, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I feel like you guys are my friends, and especially those of you who have been here from the beginning. I've been doing this for I think almost 3 years now, maybe 3 years. I don't know. I feel like you guys are my friends and I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me as well. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.